Hello and welcome. I am Tamara and I teach beginner sewing tutorials here on YouTube. Today's sewing tutorial: stay put kitchen tea towels. Mainly because I desperately need my tea towels to start staying put. I have two teenage boys in my home and they just don't seem to care about the same things that I care about. So I thought, why not come up with a few different options? They are all going to be shown in this tutorial here. So let's jump on in. I'm going to do this one first, then this one, and then this one. I hope that you guys will let me know in the comments down below, of course, which one you like best and which one you're going to make and why. Are you giving them away as a gift? Perhaps you just want a cute option for your kitchen, or maybe you're like me and you just desperately needed order. Let's jump on into the sewing tutorials now and figure out our answer.
You will obviously need some tea towels as well as some cotton fabric. Now, I do recommend that you pre-wash both of these, as different fabrics shrink at different rates. However, you can totally tell that I did skip that step. Starting with version 1, which I am calling the cute tea towel. Start by measuring the width of your tea towel. You will take that measurement and add 1 inch to it. So the width of my tea towel is 17.5 inches plus 1 inch. I am going to cut 2 strips of fabric at 18.5 inches wide. And then both strips of fabric will be cut at 2.5 inches tall. So you've got 18.5 wide, 2.5 tall, times 2 strips of fabric. Then take both strips of fabric, take it to your iron, and fold a 1/4 inch down along one long edge. Press it in place, and then fold it one more time down so you're creating a nice finished hem. Another 1/4 inch. Then you can clip along that edge so it can cool nice and flat. You'll do that along both long edges, and then you will move on to both of the short edges doing the same thing. Make sure that you're not making your folds too large, because if they are too large, then your ribbon might not fit through the casing, or your strip of fabric will not be as wide as your tea towel. Then take both strips of fabric to your sewing machine and sew a nice top stitch across all 4 short ends. You do not need to worry about the long ends just yet. Now it's time to add these casings to our tea towel. So fold your tea towel in half, measure 3 inches down from that fold, and then line up your casing along that 3-inch mark, pinning your casing in place. Then flip it over and add your second casing the same way as the first. As you will see here, I will measure 3 inches down, but I start pinning along the edges instead of down the center. That way all of those folded hems are neatly tucked in exactly where I want them. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine and you'll start with a back stitch and you will sew across all of those long edges. Do not sew across the short edge. The short edge needs to stay open for your ribbon. And now it's time to add our ribbon or twill tape, whatever you prefer. So what you'll do is you will cut your ribbon so that it has 12 inches on both sides of your tea towel in length. So the 17.5 inch tea towel plus 12, that will give you plenty of room to tie a bow. So I will have this tool that I am using linked in the description down below. However, if you don't have a tool like this that allows you to pull things through casings, you can always just use a bobby pin. Just pin it to the end of your ribbon, and then you can wiggle it on through the casing. So this is what it will look like so far, and I will admit I did not turn the camera on for this final step, but what you can do is sew a tiny little tack stitch, like 4 stitches in length, right in the center of that casing so that your ribbon won't slide out when it goes in and out of the wash. So that's an optional step, but I think especially if you're giving this as a gift, it's a nice step because not everybody will feel like putting the ribbon back on through the casing. Now on to version 2. This version I like to call the classy tea towel. Now, if you are making these as gifts or you just don't like to sew through tons of layers of fabric, you can definitely cut your tea towel in half before starting this folding section. However, I like lots of tea towel when I am drying my hands, so I am keeping this thing intact. So what you'll do is you will find the center of your towel, and then you will fold both ends in towards that center. Then fold it in half once again, but you want that top fold to have no extra creases in it. So I just take my ruler and shove it up into that crease to make sure that it is nice and flat. Then pin along that top edge to hold everything in place for now. And now you need to figure out what the measurement is of the width of your tea towel. So my tea towel measures 8.5 inches wide. So I'm going to add an inch to that, making my measurement 9.5 inches wide. Then cut 2 pieces of cotton fabric. So you will cut your first piece at 15.5 inches high by the width we just figured out. So for myself, that's that 9.5 inch wide measurement. Then your smaller piece of fabric is going to be 8 inches high by the same 9.5 inches plus another ½ inch, because you want that smaller piece of fabric to be a ½ inch wider than your larger piece of fabric. Just to go through the math one more time to clear things up, the width of my tea towel was 8.5 inches. I added an inch, making it 9.5 inches wide for the larger cotton piece of fabric. And then I add another ½ inch to that width. So 9.5 inches plus a ½ inch is 10 inches. And that 10 inches is the width you will cut your smaller piece of fabric at. Then take that small piece of fabric to your iron, and the sides are going to be the 8-inch height. Fold it in half, press a crease so you know exactly where the half line is. Then you can fold both of the edges in towards that. Fold it one more time, give it a nice press, and you have created your loop for this project. Then take it to your sewing machine and sew a top stitch along both long edges. And if you want it to just be a continuous seam, of course, you can just pivot and sew along one of those short edges. It won't matter for the next step. For this next step, you will need the larger piece of fabric. Fold it in half so both short ends are touching, and then you can either press that folded crease or use a water-soluble marking tool to just mark exactly where that half edge is. Then open it back up and grab your loop and line it up so that it is right above that folded crease, and you will pin it in place. Now, of course, it is wider than your larger piece of fabric, so you'll have to move your loop so that it matches. The reason why it's wider is so that there's room for your tea towel to fit through it later on. Then take it to your sewing machine and tack that loop in place. Then fold this back in half, right sides together, and just pin along the sides. Then take it to your sewing machine and sew a ½ inch seam allowance from that top folded edge down about 2.5 inches on both sides. Then open it back up and grab your tea towel. Now the folded edge of my tea towel is what I am going to line up along the short edge of this fabric here. If you cut your tea towel in half, of course, that raw edge of the tea towel will line up along this edge here. Make sure you have a ½ inch of fabric on either side of your tea towel. Pin it in place, then roll up your tea towel like a little burrito and fold the other half of the cotton fabric up and over, lining it up with that same raw edge and pinning it in place. Then you will sew across that edge a ½ inch seam allowance, starting and stopping with a back stitch. Now for myself, because I used a very thick tea towel and I refused to cut it in half, this seam is quite thick. So I like to use a little tool that came with my sewing machine. It's this gray tool here, and I tuck it in behind my sewing foot. So it holds my sewing foot up and away. That way my sewing foot can sew straight instead of trying to sew up and over a thick seam. I will have this linked in the description down below. Another option is to use a thick button and just tuck it in behind the sewing foot. That way the sewing foot is lifted up as well. But if you're using a thinner tea towel, you probably won't even need to deal with this. And then the next step is to take both 1/2 inch side pieces of fabric and tuck them up and over on both ends. Then take it back to your sewing machine and sew about 1 inch in on both sides, starting and stopping with the back stitch. It's just going to tuck those edges in neatly. And now for the fun part, you get to pull that little tea towel burrito up and out. And then, of course, that cotton fabric, turn it right side out, and then just tug on that top loop to create a nice point on that top edge. You can take this to your iron if you want, and then fold those side edges in about 1/2 inch and press in place, or you can just do it with your fingers like I am and clip along both sides. Give that top edge a quick finger press so it's nice and crisp, and then we are moving on to our final seam. This seam is going to be a top stitch, about 1/8 inch seam allowance. Start on that top edge, that way you're tucking away that top loop, do a little back stitch of course, and then sew around the entire thing, closing up those side edges quite nicely. And you are finished. You've got your loop, and you can tuck your tea towel into the loop and it will hang nicely on any bar. And now on to version 3, the practical tea towel. Now I am going to admit right here, this is my favorite because it can be done quite quickly with a bulk amount of tea towels. And the whole point for this method is I have lovely boys at home that cannot figure out how to keep a tea towel on a bar to save their life. It drives me nuts. So I just want to be able to snap them and keep them onto their bar. So the first thing you're going to do is the same as the last tea towel. Make sure it's folded towards the center. Then fold it in half and use your ruler to create a nice crisp folded line there on the edge. Then draw a marked line across that edge. Pin everything in place, then take it to your sewing machine and sew a seam along that drawn line, starting and stopping with a back stitch, of course. Then, to prepare the tea towel, you'll just pin along the bottom edges to keep those folds nicely in place. Then, of course, fold the tea towel back up, and then it's time to mark where we want our snaps to be. I'm going to use a Sharpie for this, and I'm going to measure from the top fold down 2.5 inches, and then 1 inch in from the side. Mark that on both sides with a Sharpie dot. The snap toolkit that I am using came off of Amazon, and I will have it linked in the description down below. Take the sharp long tool, it is called an awl, and push through both of those Sharpie dots through all of the layers of fabric. You are creating holes for your snaps. Then you will add 2 snaps on the right side of your tea towel and 2 snaps on the left side of your tea towel. To see this process done in detail, I have a whole tutorial on how to use this plastic snap kit, which I will have linked in the description down below. I also want to mention that I wasn't sure if these plastic snaps would be able to handle the heat of a dryer. So I did take this tea towel after the fact, and I washed it and I put it through my dryer on a high setting, and the snaps stayed. They did not melt or deform in any way. So if you are a little concerned about the plastic snaps, at least my snaps were perfectly fine. Or you could do metal snaps. I did do metal snaps on some of my other tea towels. However, that requires a cam snap kit, which I can also link in the description down below for you. But it is a bit pricier, so it becomes more of an investment.
And that is how you can make a stay put kitchen tea towel. I hope that you guys enjoyed this sewing tutorial. If you did, please, of course, hit that thumbs up button because that will let YouTube know that this was a good video, so it will share it with others, and hit subscribe so you don't lose me on YouTube. Now, don't forget about my question that I asked at the very beginning of this video. Which one is your favorite and why? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.